Classic Restos is proudly brought to you by Shannons Insurance, National Parts Depot and Penrite Oil.
Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Classic Restos. Of course not possible without the continued support of Shannons Insurance, National Parts Depot and Penrite Oil. In fact, how good is Shannons Insurance? A company ran by enthusiasts just like us. What a recipe. If you add your house insurance to your current car or bike insurance, you'll receive a 10% multi-policy discount. Pick up the phone and give Shannons a call when you get a moment on 134646. They have just so much to offer. You can also find out more at shannons.com.au. When you get to their website, have a look around. It is quite extensive. And whilst you're there, you can also sign up and become a member of the Shannons Club, where you can interact with other enthusiasts, share stories and photos. It's a lot of fun. Check them out, shannons.com.au. And when it comes time to rebuild your classic American-built GM or Ford, National Parts Depot is the place to go for your parts. They offer a 3 million part inventory and they will send you a catalogue pertaining to your particular type of build. Find out more when you visit National Parts Depot at npdlink.com. And if you've got an engine, well, you need Penrite Oil. What an incredible company, what a fantastic product. They've been around since 1926. They're Australian owned and they're a family run business. Penrite Oil also offer you a tech line where you can ring up, speak to a tech about the particular oil for your type of engine. Visit Penrite Oil at penriteoil.com.au. Penrite, simply a better class of oil. And on this week's episode, if you're into custom rods and classics, well, brace yourself because this is one of the larger events. Welcome to the 2014 Queenscliff Rod Run. There's no doubt about Victorians and their car events. Nothing is done in halves, full throttle or nothing. And if that doesn't float your boat, you might as well pack up your tools and go home, because these guys are fair dinkum. It's put on by the Geelong Street Rodders. They are family orientated, they're a professional group and do an incredible job. And just like other car clubs, their passion for our classic vehicles stands unsurpassed. The proceeds from the gates are off to charity Cottage by the Sea. This is Saturday night. The temperature is warm, the mood is right, and the atmosphere depicts a classic car owner's holiday resort. Because Queenscliff is jam-packed full of classic customs and rods, the street cruising is pure entertainment all on its own. This wonderful event is set in the picturesque seaside town of Queenscliff, Victoria, over 3 big days. So now it's time to strap yourself in and grab second gear as we take a closer look. The 2014 Queenscliff Rod Run comprises of guys just like this. How you doing, Roy?
Good. Yourself, Fletch?
Good, thanks, mate. Being a rod run, thought we'd start today's episode with one, 1932 Ford.
Yes, mate. Steel body, 32 rod. Bought it from Queensland.
Geez, mate, you did it in great time.
Yeah, we drove down from Dandenong to Queenscliff to have some fun and, yeah, have a good time.
Good on you, mate. Give us the rundown. Have you had to do much to the rod since you've had it?
Honestly, I haven't touched it. Haven't done a thing to it besides put the number plates on it that everybody loves.
Yeah. Now, tell us the story, mate. New wife. What's going on there?
The wife always says I put her second, so she bought me the number plates and they were available and she got them. Now they're on the car.
What a nice wife.
Yeah, she's fantastic.
I reckon, yeah. Well, you should hang on to her for another 6 months now, I reckon, because of that.
I should hang on to her forever.
Good on you, Roy. Now, mate, we look around the rod. What a nice thing this is. Beautiful interior. How does it... I mean, obviously, the comfort side of these things, I guess, is in another dimension, but in the comfort stakes, what's it like?
Honestly, it's not that bad, because you don't drive them all the time, but they're not as bad as everybody thinks.
So no knees up around the chin?
Nah, definitely not. Heaps of room in it. Yeah, heaps.
How does it perform?
Yeah, it's got a small block Chev in it. It's like a 13-second car. It's no animal, so just have some fun with it.
Mate, best of both worlds. You obviously like your Chevy V8 and you've got all the class of the old Ford.
Definitely, mate. Love the Chevs.
Good on you, mate. Well, look, as I said, it's the Rod Run comprises of guys just like Roy. Thanks for turning up, mate. Honestly, to do a TV show here, you could do 5, 6, 10 episodes, and it'd take you 2 weeks to do it. But there's just so much going on here. Before you go,
A lot of great cars here. A lot of great cars.
what's your thoughts on the event so far?
Fantastic. Love it. Lot of cars and a lot of people.
The Geelong Street Rodders have done a fantastic job again too.
Absolutely fantastic. Couldn't ask for anything better.
Good on you, buddy.
Thanks, Fletch. Take it easy.
Look up cool in the dictionary and you'll see this bloke Les with his 1950 Mercury. Les, this is absolutely awesome. Tell us about the car.
1950 Mercury custom, built myself. The Toto grill in it, chopped 4 inches in the front, 5.5 in the back. Grafted on a 1972 Pontiac Le Mans chassis. Got 400 big block, turbo 400.
I just love what you've done here. I mean, even the air scoops in the front of the hood, the height of the car, the chop feature that you've done in the turret. I mean, mate, everywhere you look, it's just a sensational car.
It's on airbags at the moment, and they raise up when you start the key. It's a pretty cool car. I like it.
When you did the chop, Les, was it hard when it came to the glass department?
Well, the back, it already been chopped when I got it, but they didn't do it right. And the back window didn't fit properly, so we had to redo it. So, tough up now, it's pretty cool.
With the interior, what inspired you to go white?
Well, red car, white interior, and white scallop.
Yep.
Can't get any better than that, can you? It's all about how a car looks.
Yeah.
If you're painting one colour, it wouldn't blend in properly, you know. They're like too big, so it just breaks it up a bit, you know.
Tell us about the engine. What have you done there, Les?
It's got a 400 big block in it. That's all aluminium heads and puts out 440 foot-pound of torque.
There's no doubt about it. When it comes to a sled, I mean, the aerodynamics of this car, I mean, it's on its own. I mean, absolutely awesome job, mate. Thanks for being on today's show, and it's a real credit to you that you can churn out a car like this and come up with such a design like this and the attention to detail, mate. Well done.
Thanks for the time of sharing it with everyone.
No worries, mate.
Thank you. Bye.
Well, I hope you're really enjoying this week's episode of Classic Restos, the Queenscliff Rod Run for 2014. Of course, it's a big thanks to Shannons Insurance, National Parts Depot and Penrite Oil. Back with more after this. The street cruising last night was incredible. Everyone drove responsibly and entrant numbers were the highest ever. This is Queenscliff Recreation Park. It's an early start on Sunday morning and the cars are pouring in for the show and shine. So it's time now to get around and find myself some victims, some people to interview. You know, when it comes to rods, there's just something about the vehicles from the 1930s. How are you, Robert?
Good, thanks, Fletch. Yourself?
That's all right, mate. You've got a glorious 34 here, and it's a tin car.
It is, yeah, all steel. We bought it in Arizona a few years ago and rebuilt it from the ground up, yeah.
What's powering up under the hood?
I got a 276 cubic inch Mercury flathead, 4-inch stroker crank in it, and good rods and pistons, and it's got an Iscadarian 400 junior cam, which is quite a large cam. They use it mainly on racing, but it sounds good and it's a good engine.
How cool is that? Stroking a flathead makes a big difference?
Well, the Mercury motors were stroked originally, and they do a bigger stroke now on some of the cranks you can buy, but mine's a 4-inch crank.
Yeah.
And
how cool's that? I mean, you know, you might expect to hear a 302 Windsor or even a Chev, but to go the flathead too, to keep it period, that's extra special. Looking inside the interior, beautiful tan leather there, that's just amazing.
Yeah, it's leather and it runs a 4-speed top-loader gearbox, 9-inch diff.
No, you hadn't finished the mechanical. Sorry, Robert.
Oh, no, you're all right. I just thought we'd go through that. But yeah, no, it's got a hydraulic clutch in it, and it's a really good running car. It's actually just starting to be smoothed out now, and everything's running in.
Yeah. There's something about the dark colours and highlighted with stainless steel. It's a real feature on its own, isn't it?
Yeah, black is a great colour. You know, not about keeping it clean, but a great colour for a good look, to make a car look good.
Tough and very nice. Thank you very much, Robert.
You're welcome.
Moving through, as we do, what an event. We have Jeff. How are you, Jeff?
I'm good, thanks, Fletch.
That's the way, mate. Look, I love what you've done to the Falcon. 1963 American Falcon Sprint, but you've added some Jeff touches to it.
Yeah, we have, Fletch. We've basically grafted a 93 Fairmont into it, an Australian Fairmont, so it's got all 5-litre injected gear with 4-speed electronic auto, 4-wheel disc brakes, power steering, rack and pinion at that. So, yeah, it drives like a 93 model car. So
Mate, you've got the late model advantages in such a classy old girl here. What I love about an event like this is the makes, the models, the shapes, the colours, such a cross-section here at an event like this. Cars like yours make this happen. What inspired you to go that way, and was it a lot of work?
basically it was like a moment off American Cruising show. I saw one of these back at Bright about 7 years ago, and I kept seeing the tail of it going around corners, and I kept chasing it. And when I saw it and found that the only V8 one was a 260, I thought, well, that's nice, but I'd like something a little bit more power. So when we bought it in from America in 2008, drove it around the block, and I thought, yeah, that's not going to cut it. So we then had to look at what we're going to do, and yeah, the rest is sort of history, as you see. So yeah.
I mean, these are by no means a heavy car. I mean, it must perform quite nicely.
It does. It goes quite nice. I mean, everyone who's been in it says it drives like a brand new car, you know, and we love it. I mean, you know, you have expectations when you build a car. This actually exceeds them. It just drives so nice, you know.
I mean, he loves it. I mean, you can tell.
I do love it.
I love what you've done on the dash too. EA, EB gauges there.
Yeah, basically, when the guy was wiring it for me, he spoke about it had to have pulse sending instruments. So we tracked down an ED sports pack. I stripped all the instruments out and then made the backing panel, made the lighting panel, and hours of work.
The pony interior as well. I mean, you've kept the shape of the seats period correct as well.
Yeah, look, the seats they're basically the same, except they had more pleating in them, and it was a bit more 60-ish. We wanted to keep it just a bit more simple, a bit more just one colour. Originally there's about 3 different colours going on there, and it's a bit too much 60-ish for me. But yeah, no, once again, another local guy did the trimming for me and done a great job, yeah.
And mate, before I let you go, tell us the colour, Jeff. What's the colour?
It's a Toyota colour. It's called Blue Mica Pearl.
Should keep that to yourself, mate.
Oh, you can
with all due respects to Toyota.
Yeah. All right. It's a Ford colour, Blue Mica Pearl.
That's the way it's going these days with the amount of colours that are on the market, the choice we have to paint our cars. I can guarantee you there'd be a lot of cars here in the paddock that would have another brand in their paint.
For sure, yeah. I mean, we see what we like what we see, and we just do it. Yeah.
Good on you, Jeff.
No worries. Thanks, Fletch. Good on you.
Nice catching up with you, mate.
Good on you, buddy. Thank you.
We have Mary now, Jeff's wife. Now, Mary, tell us, what do you love about this car?
Well, Fletch, I absolutely love the colour. I love the interior, and I just love cruising with the roof down. It's just tops. Just fantastic.
What an atmosphere.
It's just beautiful. Cruising through the streets of Dramana and Sorrento and Rye and wherever, it's just beautiful.
Tell us, what input have you had in getting this vehicle to where it is now?
Probably I sorted the hood from America and got the colour match to the interior, and then I pretty much picked the colour. Sort of. Yeah. Yep.
Good on you.
With a bit of input.
Good for you, Mary. Keep up the great work, and it's great what you've done. It's a team effort and just beautiful here today. Good on you.
Thanks very much, Fletch.
Time for Leon. How are you, Leon?
Yeah, good, thanks, Fletch. How are you?
Good, mate. Good. Had to pounce on you. 49 Ford. Have a look at the old girl.
Yeah, it's a bit of an old bomb, I think, but yeah, it's pretty cool because I've only just got it going, so yeah.
Mate, 1949 was pretty significant for Ford in the United States of America. This was the model that helped to turn Ford around. Ford were in a lot of trouble just after the Second World War, and this was the model that brought them back.
Yeah, I don't know much about it.
Mate, Fletch and Trivia. Oh, Fletch and Trivia. Absolutely. Well, a head full of useless information here, buddy.
Yeah, true.
Let's look at this 49. First of all, aesthetically on the outside, we've got an original-looking car, but I've got to admire the sheet metal work you've done around the engine bay, the inner skirts and coated with clear. Nice work, mate.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I own my own business, restoring cars and doing a lot of airbag installs and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, I suppose good way to show us some of the work I do and stuff like that.
Mate, lower than a steak's belly. She's sitting on the pavement there. You've got it down nice and low. I reckon there's probably about 40 thou left between the grass and the lower sill.
Yeah, I kind of think there's no point bagging them unless they're sitting on the ground. So.
Now up front, looks like we've got a Chev running in the front there.
Yeah, just a little 350 and 350 auto. So yeah, cruise along pretty nicely.
This, the rat look, so to speak. I mean, this is a trend that's really coming into its own, isn't it?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think it's good way to cruise around a car and not get too concerned about your paint and everything else, and you have a lot of fun in it with your mates. So,
And talking of having fun, Leon, I really appreciate the effort that you've gone to with the door trims inside the doors. Mate, you've put a lot of effort into those, haven't you?
it's my mate's girlfriend, Mel. She was a bit bored in the shed one day, so she got a bit creative and done them for me.
Well, that's awesome. And why have a window crank when you can have an adjustable spanner there, you know?
Yeah, true, yeah. I'm missing the mechanism, so it's the best thing I could come up with.
Well, you're not missing the wrench, so that's good.
No, true.
Leon, with the car, where to from here? Are you leaving it as is? What's your next step with the project?
Well, I've owned the car 7 or 8 years now and only sort of got it going a month ago, so I might drive around for 12 months and then probably start doing some painting, panel work on it, make it a bit nicer, maybe chop the roof, etc. So, yeah.
I mean, you've gone this far, mate. You can't stop now.
Yeah, true. Look, I'll just have fun in it for now and enjoy it.
Love the gear shifter too.
Yeah. Oh, the Loco shifter? Yeah, they're cool.
Bloke with really short arms, he'd be in trouble, wouldn't he? He couldn't reach the top.
No, that's right.
Good on you, Leon.
All right, thanks, Fletch.
Dean, what do we say about this year's event? You have created a monster, my friend.
Yes, we certainly have, Fletch. Our entries are right up this year. I don't know why that is. But, it's
A certain TV show last year may have helped.
Well, it's definitely got to be it.
Nothing like a bit of soft plug, you know.
Yeah, no, it is. It's been a good weekend, like in general. It was expected to be 40 degrees down here today, but the cars are still rolling in.
Dean, I'd like to make comment about particularly the cruise night last night through Queenscliff. I mean, first of all, how good is it for the seaside town of Queenscliff? But getting around United States of America, New Zealand, I've seen some big cruise nights. That what we saw last night was up there as equal as anything that I've ever seen.
Oh, that's good to hear, Fletch, yeah. It has grown every year, it gets bigger and bigger. And the whole Queenscliff community has embraced us this year. We've had lots of offers, vouchers, meal vouchers, everything to trying to get the people down here for the street. And obviously there's 450 entrants that cruise the street, but we've got a lot of people come down from Geelong and Melbourne just to try and get involved with it and enjoy the cars driving around.
Sure, I mean, some of the bigger events overseas, you know, you might see 700 or 800 on a cruise, but in terms of the quality, the quality of the cars are no better than what we saw last night. And I think last night too showed a fantastic cross-section of makes and models.
Well, like the Geelong Street Rodders is a hot rod and custom club, really. It's like pre-65. But to see the cars that come down and get involved in all that, you know, guys in Tiranas and muscle cars, and, you know, it's just brilliant to see. These young kids just want to come down and drive their cars around, and that Saturday night cruise, that's exactly what they can do. They can hear the car, and the public can hear the cars driving and see them in motion.
The charity of this year, Dean?
The charity this year, well, from today, all the monies from the gate goes to the Lions Club, and they have for several years. And what the Lions Club, they distribute it to local charities and organisations of their choice. All the food here done on the day is done by the local tennis club, and they bring in the other netball clubs and football clubs to help them. So it's basically all done by local clubs and communities the whole day. So that's what we're really proud of about with it. There's no commercial stuff in here.
That's great, Dean. Mate, drop the website for the club. You're watching, you want to be part of the Geelong Street Rodders. What's the website, Dean?
It's www.geelongstreetrodders.com.au.
Good on you, mate. Well, on behalf of myself, the audiences of Classic Restos, everyone here today, mate, congratulations to you and the club and all the team. Sensational event, Dean. Well done.
Yes, definitely. I'd really like to thank the boys, the committee and the Geelong Street Rodders for putting on this event for the guys. Like, it's real hard work. They do everything they can to keep everyone happy. And we're looking forward to going to someone else's rod run and sit back and relax.
See you next year.
Thanks, Fletch.
Don't forget to check out classicrestos.com.au for major sponsor information, and also to book yourself a Fletch tour for 2014 to either a Carlisle event of your choice, GM, Ford or Chrysler, and of course the sensational Woodwood Dream Cruise in Detroit. Back with more in just a moment. And moving right along, time for Danielle now. How are you, Danielle?
I'm good. How are you, Fletch?
Good, thank you. Beautiful 1969 Charger, the first Mopar on today's episode. The colour of this car is just popping here in the sun.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's actually the colour it come over with. We've only touched it up a bit here and there, but it's still, we like it. It stands out, and that's what all that matters, isn't it?
It is. Danielle, big car, V8. Tell me, what do you love about this car?
Apart from being the attention I get when I'm driving it. I just love the shape. It's just like, you know, the lines. I just love everything about it.
1969 Charger. Were you inspired at all by the Dukes of Hazzard?
Well, it was a show we sort of grew up watching, but we do call it the General, but we don't like to really say it is the General E because it hasn't got the 01s or anything else.
Not as redneck.
No, well, yeah, true, but no, we enjoy it, but everyone calls it the General, but yeah, no, we like it. We it's more the lines, and yeah, we grew up with the General, like watching Dukes of Hazzard.
As I said in earlier shows too, this is one of the most popular shapes that Dodge ever did. Got Chrysler out of a little bit of strife too back in the late 60s. They were a truly awesome styled car, just in the chiselled style, the way they really presented themselves. I mean, they're a huge car, and obviously being able to be fully optioned too in the performance bracket. This car here, love the black wheels, got to say, love the Mickey Thompsons. I mean, it just looks so tough.
Yeah, well, my husband, he searched and searched. He wanted something to make it like really sexy, I suppose, because the shape of the car is sexy. And yeah, well, just all the other tyres and wheels he's looked at, and he just thought, no, we'll get the Aeros, because we did have a bit of criticism when we first put them on. People weren't really happy with it, but I think we like it.
I'm probably biased. I mean, I just love my black wheels. I call it boring. You know, I'm guilty, but black steel wheels on a big full-size car, or even a compact car, I reckon they look pretty tough. Now, looking in the interior, Danielle, it's good to see that that's all pretty original there by the looks.
Yeah, well, the guy who bought it over for us, he actually got the seats and that upholstered before we come over, because it is a little bit cheaper in the States. But apart from that, you know, we've just touched it up here and there, like dash-wise, but it is practically all original. Like, we got the headlighting done when it first got here because that had fallen down. Yeah, but apart from that, we haven't really touched it.
Daniela, thank you so much for being on today's episode of Classic Restos and braving the elements here today. It's pretty hot out here in the sun. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And we really love your Carlisle shows, especially Chrysler at Carlisle. So they are one of our your whole show's favourite, but that is one of our favourites.
Thank you, Daniela. Well, I have to say that the Carlisle events, people do a wonderful job over there in Pennsylvania. The biggest GM, Ford and Chrysler events can be found at Carlisle, and of course the Fletch Tours for 2014. Go to classicrestos.com.au for more information and click on the Fletch Tours icon. Thanks, Daniela.
Thank you very much.
You know, moving around an event such as this, you just find all makes and models of cars. Now, although we have had a 63 Falcon Sprint on today's episode, I can't go past this. Philip, welcome to today's show.
How are you, Fletch?
Good, mate, good. 1965 XP two-door. I'm stuck. I'm stuck for words. This is an incredible car. Give us a quick rundown on what it was like when you got it.
When I bought it, it was just obviously the standard 6. It was a bit of a basket case. There was no panels on the car. It was all complete though. It had all full set of moulds. It was all complete. Yeah, just the 7-year resto, I suppose.
Phil, I love what you've done. Attention to detail with the satin chrome. I mean, satin chrome front and rear bar. You've got the satin chrome finish on the stainless steel trims around the top of the turret as well. Mate, it just suits the car.
Yeah, it did. A lot of fingertips. I lost a lot of fingertips doing it throughout the process. But yeah, I've had the vision from the start when I bought the car. That's what I wanted to do. And yeah, look, I'm happy with it. So.
What's the paint colour?
You really want to know?
Your own mix.
It's my own mix. That's, yeah, it's exactly.
We'll just call it beige.
Yep, beige is fine.
Now up front, we've got a 351 Cleveland going on, Phil.
That's right.
Now, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, but Windsors were always the choice because of the narrower V. So much of a hassle getting in the big Clevo?
Yeah, it was. Obviously, I had to scallop the towers to get it out, get the motor in, and had to move the firewall back 3 inches on the through the firewall because the head's on the left-hand side at the set back. But yeah, I don't mind the challenge, so that's the reason why I did it.
It doesn't matter what angle you look at this car, it just looks amazing. Stainless steel head bolts holding the guards on. That beautiful 351 Cleveland sitting there. And of course, it's showcased by this incredible interior as well. Mate, it just is so matched. It's a concourse car.
Yeah, no, thanks, Fletch.
So what's it like, mate? 1965 XP Falcon, not a heavy car. 351 Clevo. Drive nice, not too heavy over the front?
Yeah, it drives nice. It's got the RRS front with the rack and pinion. So it's got the Struff front end, RRS rack. It's running a C10 auto, 3500 converter, full floating 9-inch rear. Yeah, so it's all 4-wheel disc. Yeah, it's a good fun car.
Good on you, Phil. I absolutely love what you have done to this Falcon. It is absolutely amazing. Also nice to see here today under the trees getting some shade. Old mate next to you with a beautiful Falcon station wagon. You guys known each other long?
Yeah, I've known Kenny for a while now, and it was a good cruise up. Come up on the Friday, which was a good day, good drive up. Had the aircon going. It's got aircon as well, so we had the aircon going.
Of course.
Yeah. So.
All right, mate, thanks for turning up again and supporting Queenscliff for 2014 as well. Good on you, Phil.
Thanks, Fletch. Great show, mate. All the best with it. Thank you.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed just some of the 2014 Queenscliff Rod Run on this week's episode of Classic Restos. And I'm sure you'll agree that the Geelong Street Rodders have done a sensational job in pulling this event together. Don't forget, classicrestos.com.au is the website that you need for information relating to the TV show. And as I say at the end of every TV episode, until next week, please ride and drive safe. I'm Fletch, and I thank you very much for watching.
Don't forget to like Classic Restos on Facebook. Facebook.com/Classic Restos TV. And episodes can be seen at shannons.com.au. Classic Restos is proudly brought to you by Shannons Insurance, National Parts Depot and Penrite Oil.